to Crown Chat with Nichelle, where we celebrate remarkable women who are making waves in the world while juggling the demands of everyday life, inspiring others, and leaving a lasting impact. I'm your host, Nichelle Miller, reigning Pure International Elite Ms. Ambassador. Join me as we explore the stories of extraordinary women shaping our world right here on Crown Chat. Hello and welcome to Crown Chat with Nichelle. If you are new to us, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm so happy that you have decided to join us again. Tonight, as usual, is a very special guest, and I can't wait to share her with you. Before I do, if you would do me a favor, click like and subscribe on my channel so that we can get the algorithm up and going. That would be great. You can also find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So I am excited to bring my amazing guest to the stage, and she's going to tell you all about herself. So hang tight. Hello, Queen.
Hi, Queen. Nichelle, how are you?
I am wonderful. Okay, first off, you look amazing in red. You always look amazing, but red is woo.
Thank you. Thank you. You always look amazing as well.
Well, thank you. So tell everyone watching who you are.
My name is Jennifer Garrison. I am Royalty USA Indiana Mrs. I've been with my husband 24 years, married 18. We have an amazing 13-year-old son named Michael, our little miracle baby, and a new addition that was not planned, our puppy Carly that we got from the pound. Again, that was not planned, but she's been a great addition. So we're having a lot of fun with her.
That is amazing. When you said new addition, I was like, what?
I know. I always give you, I'm like, so. And then their mind automatically goes to a baby. I'm like, oh, she is a baby. It's a different kind.
I love it. That's amazing. So, Mrs. Indiana, Royalty USA, is that right?
Yes.
Did I say that correctly? Okay. So, we're going to go kind of into your history, but tell me about how you got involved with that system.
So, actually, a friend of mine that I met through another pageant system, and we are friends, she won that system, and she was telling me about it, and it was brand new last year. It was their first year. And so I haven't heard anything about it. I didn't know anything about it until she did it. And then I saw it and it got my attention because she's an amazing lady as well. And I'll just spill the beans. Her name's Allison Wilkinson. And she's just so amazing. And if she took notice to this, I'm like, okay, something's interesting about this one. So I started doing some research and I fell in love with the director and their motto, reach, inspire, serve, and empower. Rise. And for me, community service is a very big deal. And so I felt very connected to that right away.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I have a viewer. Hey, Jenny Guzman. Thanks for tuning in. Glad to see you again. She says, hello, Mrs. Jennifer.
Hello.
So tell us a little bit. I mean, you and I met through a system. And then I got vertigo and didn't compete, but you and I met through a system. So tell us about your pageant history, how you got started, what keeps you going.
So initially I got started in college with MAO, Miss America organization. And I just happened to see a flyer as I was walking to my car in the parking garage. And that was like before social media and everything. It was like, join this pageant, win scholarship money. And I'm like, hello, because I grew up low income and always looking for more ways to get school paid for. Yeah. So I was like, okay, what do I have to do? What is this about? So I did it and I was like, I fell in love with it. I believe I did it 3 times until I aged out. And then I thought that was it. Mm-hmm. And then later down the road, I saw an ad for another pageant system as a Mrs. And that was the same pageant system that we were involved in. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I did that. And I realized that I had let part of myself go as far as like really knowing myself as a Mrs. We get really busy in our lives and sometimes just put ourselves on the back burner. And so there were some things that they were asking me and I was like, I have no idea. Like I haven't even thought about that. So then it made me do that self-reflection, like I really need to get to know myself more and put that work in. And I'm so glad I did. I think pageantry is amazing. So I did that system for a long time. I still love that. And then I did another system as a Mrs. So and this will be my 3rd one as a Mrs. So I'm very selective about the systems I choose. I feel like they need to align with who I am and what I represent. And so I just really encourage that if you, when people do pageantry, to really research their systems.
That's amazing advice. And I see girls all the time that jump into a system and it's not what they thought. It doesn't align with their values. And then you're kind of stuck. And then we see kind of some of the things that have been happening in pageantry recently that's been very publicized, where people are just like, oh, this is not for me. So
Yeah.
that's a good tip that you've shared with us. So I have to ask, so you said you've been married 18 years? Was that?
Yes. Actually, it'll be 18 on September 30th, but I mean, 30, it's 18 because it was a couple days. I mean,
Okay, so you got married when you were 12. Okay, that's
oh,
so I ask all of my married women, what does your husband think of this pageant stuff?
well, initially he thought I was crazy.
Mhm.
And now it's just like so part of my life. He's just like, yeah, like I came downstairs, and so normally I'm in my yoga pants and, a hair in a ponytail and stuff. And I came downstairs, got makeup on and stuff. He's like, what are you doing? I said, I have a pageant call. He's like, oh, okay. Like, he just knows, like, it's just who I am. And I'm just, it took me a while to accept it, to be honest with you. Because pageantry sometimes has this like negative thing around it,
Yeah,
or that you are not smart, not caring, not a good person for liking or doing pageantry.
yeah,
And I'm like, no, like there are amazing women. I have some of my bestest friends that live all over the country, and people I've met through pageantry, amazing, incredible women that inspire me to do other things. And I truly embrace it, and I'll never probably let it go.
yeah, yeah. I get it. I definitely get it. So, what does your son think? I mean, his mom is this amazing glamour pageant queen. Does he call you mom? Does he call you queen? What?
He just calls me mom. He'll just say, Mom, you don't need makeup. You're already beautiful enough.
Oh,
Like, he tells me that all the time. I said, I thank you. I just like to enhance what I have, but yeah, he's really cute about it.
that's so sweet. I love it. So, you are this amazing mom, wife, queen, and then you work full time. So, how do you juggle everything? Do people think, "Oh, I don't have time for that"? What's your tip?
So, time management is key, and I live and die by my planner. If it's not on my planner, it ain't happening. And if you ask me too much things in advance, I'm like, wait a minute, I can't respond. Let me get back to you when I have my planner in front of me, because I don't want to overcommit myself and be like, oh, wait, I forgot that I already scheduled something. So you have to have a planner for sure. And it does come with some sacrifice. I'm not going to lie. It's not a perfect world. You're not Superwoman. Um, some things you might have to wait, or you might have to like rush to get it all in. So, for example, on this Saturday, I'm volunteering at Fort for Fitness, handing out waters, and I got some like tiaras and stuff for the kids that walk by.
Cute.
Um, but I'm doing that at first thing in the morning. It's from like 7:30 to 10:30. And then as soon as I'm done with that, I'm rushing home to go to my family. We're going to go to the fall festival. That it's our annual event. We do that every year, and we're there all day. So then like you have to like, okay, I'm going to do this, but I have to get up early. I'm going to have to be together and have things lined up so I can just go. So
Yeah, definitely. And now I want to go into your other title. You are an amazing published author.
yeah, thank
So
you. Yeah.
tell us how this came to be.
So I created a scholarship program, Empowerment Through Education, and I initially was funding that through design of T-shirts and bags that I made that had positive messages and things. And I did pretty well and sold the T-shirts, but you can only do that for so long. So only so many people will buy T-shirts, and then you have to have them in stock and all the things. And it just got to be too much. I was like, there's got to be another way. And so I'm like, I'm going to write a book. I always wanted to write a book. And I was like, that'll be a great way that I can have, hopefully a continuous income for my scholarship and people can purchase. Because a lot of times people, they want something in hand. They're not just going to give you $20. They want something in return, which is great. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have a positive message book about pageantry. And this is actually my book, Basketball Player Penelope and Her Pageant Journey. And you can get it on Amazon or Etsy. And if you get it off Etsy, I'll be able to sign it. But anyway, so this is my book, and available for purchase. And all the money that I raise for that goes to Empowerment Through Education Scholarship.
Okay. Okay. Which is wonderful. And I'm guessing, well, I don't want to guess. Tell me why you started that scholarship.
Well, as I mentioned before, I was low income family and I was always looking for scholarship money. And there was a time my junior year of nursing school, I'm an RN, and I was almost had to drop out of school because I was $1,000 short of my education. Now, I had great grades. I was a go-getter. I worked full time. I played on the tennis team to try to get scholarships. I mean, I was just fully, doing all the things. I maxed out credit cards. I went to banks, said, "Hey, can I get a loan?" I did all the things that you could think of. And at the very last minute, I ended up getting the funding I needed through scholarship. And so I was like, I swear on my life, someday I'm going to pay this forward. I will never forget this. And then when I went to pageantry and I was looking for my deep why of what I wanted to do, it just was like, this is it. This is your time. And so I started my non-for-profit Empowerment Through Education, and we give out scholarships to anyone those looking for education help. A lot of scholarships are limiting in that you have to have a certain study, a certain thing you want to accomplish. So, but we don't believe that. Everyone has a gift to give to this world, and those gifts cost money to gain those skills. So whether you want to do culinary, cosmetology, college, technical school, we have open doors, and doesn't matter your age or background. We just want to help give back to others.
That's amazing. And I think for me, I like you, pageantry is about service for me. But that you're using that to connect back to something that was so personal for you. And like you said, you're paying it forward is just such a blessing to everyone that encounters you. I mean, you're a blessing all the time, but that's huge. That's huge. So we have a question from a viewer. It says, how did Queen Jennifer choose who to select to publish your book?
So I will say that I did look into publishing, and I'll be honest, I think it was a little expensive, at least the ones that I had found. And so I made the option to self-publish through Amazon.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay, we have another one, which I'd like to know this one too. Question for Jennifer. How do you keep your hair looking so good?
I'm sorry. Well, as I will say, my hairstylist, Miss Shirley, is amazing. Southwest Hair Day and Spa. And products matter, honey. Products matter. You don't have to do like super expensive products, but you do need to take care. And I will say, I'll be honest, like, you shouldn't wash your hair as much as you think you should. So I probably wash my hair 1 to 2 times a week. So yeah, because especially the longer it gets, it's a little bit more harder to maintain. And so like you want to keep things nourished. So yeah, that's what I do, to be honest. I'm an open book. I'll tell how it is.
That's amazing. No gatekeeping here. She's sharing.
No gatekeeping.
Perfect. What's one thing you've learned about yourself through pageantry?
I've learned so much that I honestly can't think of just one thing. Pageantry really makes you look in the deep person of who you are. Who are you on the inside? And how do you want to present that to others and inspire others? And I will tell you, I have found that I am so much stronger than I ever thought I was. And as women, we tend to just, I want to say let go, and we get so busy trying to help others, help our children, help our husbands accomplish all the things they want to do. But we need to keep our cups full so that we can spill onto others. And I think that's probably the biggest lesson that I've learned through pageantry.
Absolutely. And I couldn't have said that better. So there's another organization that you're affiliated with. And you bless well, there's several, but the one I'm thinking of, you bless young women with dresses and wardrobe and those types of things. But I learned recently that you blessed an amazing woman that we both know that was heading to Vegas.
Yes.
So, y'all, I can I brag on you for just a quick
Of course.
second? So she doesn't only she's part of an organization that's kind of like a Cinderella. Is it called a Cinderella story?
It's called Cinderella Dress Day.
Cinderella Dress Day. So they give young ladies dresses that want to go to prom or homecoming, those types of things that don't have access to those resources, which is amazing. But there was a woman recently, and it wasn't that she was needing the dress. I mean, it wasn't that but it was because Jennifer felt this dress would look incredible on this woman who is stunning as is. And I just learned that Jennifer called her up and was like, "Hey, I have a dress for you to take with you to Vegas." She just recently competed at Mrs. America, and your dress got to go to the Elvis suite, which I think's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, to know your dress is there hanging out where Elvis hung out.
That dress was actually my personal dress. I had been saving it because I thought someday I might go to Mrs. America and I was going to wear it there. And when she got, when she won, because we're really good friends, I was so happy. I hope I don't start crying. I was so happy for her. I was like, she needs this dress. She needs this dress because it's very expensive to go to these kinds of events, and there's a lot of wardrobe changes. And so one of the things that I've built over my years is my pageant wardrobe. And my husband doesn't like it as much, but I love it. It's like my closet in my store, but it was my own personal dress. And yeah, I was like, you need this. This would be perfect on you. And it did. It just was perfect on her. I mean, I could not have worn that dress like she did. It was perfect.
It was beautiful. You're both beautiful, but just to hear that story from her, and I think that's, people in pageantry are like, "Oh, I love pageantry. It's a sisterhood," and in many cases it is. There's some where it's like, but most cases it is. And to see that bond between you two, and just knowing your heart and how you blessed her with that, when she told me, I was like, oh, and it was so sweet. So I just had to share how sweet you are with everybody. So,
thank you.
You're heading to national soon. Tell us what that journey looks like, what areas you'll compete in, how we can get involved with your system, how we can watch your journey. Just tell us all the things.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so it's coming up pretty quickly. Our competition is the 15th through the 17th of November, and it's in Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Okay.
So it'll be my first time flying. So my last pageant system I was in, Petite USA, I drove to Milwaukee. And so it was only like a 4-hour drive. So I got lucky. I could pack my car like a clown car, and obviously brought too much. So now I'm going to have to really be mindful of what I'm taking and how to pack it. And so that's not overweight. It's going to be a joke. Yeah. I can't even, I might have to ship some things there.
Yeah.
Ahead of time. But yeah, so I'm actually very excited. So we compete in interview.
Okay.
And fun fashion. And then, oh my gosh, evening gown. I was like, and then we have some things called optionals that we can do. And this is where I was like, what else am I doing? Because I wanted to say, we're doing fitness, but that's an optional.
Okay.
But what's great about fitness is that you do have to pay. It's a fee. So this is a scholarship program as well. So Royalty USA gives scholarships out as well. So like all the money goes towards that as well.
Awesome.
So the money for the optionals, you also get your fitness paid for, like your outfit, like it's sponsored.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'm like, this is amazing. Okay, I'm definitely doing fitness. And they have an optional for talent, which was one of the other big reasons I was drawn to this, because I haven't done talent since MAO. And so it's been a real adventure to relearn my talent. I'm just so excited. I can't wait for that portion as well. And there's other optionals that you can do, but that's basically what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay. Now, for this system, is there an age limit? Is there a height weight requirement?
So each there's divisions based on age, and so we have like a little, a teen, a miss, a missus.
Okay.
So I think I think the youngest is 5.
Okay.
I should know that. That is actually a good question, but I know the Ms. Mrs. is 18 and up.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna pull it up just because I don't want to misspeak of the age real quick.
Well, while you're pulling that up, for people that may want to get
Yeah.
involved, what's the website?
Well,
Look at you
it's
with your Instagram ready.
I know. So it's royaltyusapageant.com.
TUSA. I'll put it in the group chat. Pageant.com. Okay. Perfect.
And of course they have the link on Instagram. So okay, Little Miss is 4 to 6, junior teen is 7 to 9, preteen is 10 to 12, junior teen 13 to 15, teen is 16 to 18, Miss is 19 to 27, and Mrs. is 19 to 55.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm
Awesome.
gonna age out before I know it. I'm like, you need to put like an elite system in there, you know?
That's awesome. They will, and you're not aging out, so stop. She's like,
So I'm in my mid 40s, so it's not as far off as
you
you
got a
think.
ton of time. You're a baby. You have tons of time. So, I mean, since you mentioned it, and you don't have to tell us, we can just be surprised. Will you tell us what your talent is?
Sure, I am singing.
Oh gosh.
I have not sang since MAO. I used to be in show choir and jazz choir and all the things, but it is those things like you don't use it, you lose it. And I will say some of my first voice lessons when I decided to jump in and do this, yeah, the teacher was like, yeah, we have some work to do. I'm like, I'm going to work so hard. I'm going to get my voice back. And I've been doing pretty well. So I'm very excited.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Someone just said you don't look a day over 25. I agree.
Thank you.
That's why it's like you had to get married when you were 12. Okay. I don't want to hold you hostage. I mean, I could talk to you all night. As you know, I try to keep this around 15, 20 minutes. We're at 23. Oh. So any last, I know.
I was like, let's keep going. Let's stop all night.
We might have to cut. We'll have you back after nationals. Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell everyone, I mean, any last tips or advice or anything you would share with a younger you or anyone watching that's like, I could never do that.
That's just it. You can. For some reason, we have these roadblocks built in. And I don't know if it's society or just, hitting roadblocks over and over to the point you just kind of like, I guess it's not meant for me.
Mm-hmm.
I have never won a pageant. Now, I've applied for my title, and through applications, I've won it through that way, but I've never won on the stage a title. But that doesn't deter me from enjoying the ride and the journey. And so I just want to encourage you that you guys, you don't have to win. Win. You are winning much more than you think. Now, obviously, I want to win Royalty USA and be the most amazing, Mrs. Title holder and give back in every way that I can to the organization. But just also know too that like God will come and bless you when it is time, when it's your time, and just never be afraid to step forward into whatever it is that you're wanting to do or a goal, a dream. Just never, ever give up.
Beautiful advice. Beautiful. And it's not sometimes the destination, it's the journey and the experience that you gain going through. And I just love watching your journey and your energy and inspiration. I'm like, oh, she's writing a book now. Oh, she's doing this now. Oh, you're all over. And it's encouragement for people that don't think they can, or people that may have come from a lower income background and have built themselves up, or people that are, going through school and are like, oh, I can't finish this. But just to see someone like, okay, she did it and she's continuing, to jump along through life gives encouragement. So I just thank you for that. And I can't thank you enough for being here. I'm not going to cry. I can't thank you enough for being here and for being my friend that we connected with in that one day. I mean, we've
Yeah.
spent one day in person
Yeah.
and we've been connected since then. So I am excited for you. Will your pageant be streamed or can we watch it online?
Yes, so I believe it's streamed on pageantlive.com. I'll
Okay.
know more. I'll always post things on my Instagram at pageantjen.
Okay.
That way people can follow along, but it is streamed, yes.
I'm so excited. So I will be following along. I can't wait to hear what you sing. I won't ask because I do want to be surprised. I want your competition to be surprised.
Yes,
Um,
that's
so we'll be watching. Thank you again, Jennifer, for being on
thank you.
tonight. Thank you for all you do for the community and worldwide, just to encourage women and young girls to chase their dreams. And everyone watching, keep watching Crown Chat, keep watching Jennifer. I've put her IG up on the screen, and everyone else, never dull your sparkle because someone can't handle your shine. We'll see you
That's
next
right.
time on Crown Chat.
Thank you.